Tonight, in this setting, I am calling for the resignation of Mayor Joe Hogsett.
The other major story we're following, even more calls for Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett to resign. In a surprise move, you saw it, another city-county councilor called on the mayor to step down during a meeting discussing that sexual harassment scandal that's plagued his administration.
As CBS 4's Max Lewis reports, that councilor also took aim at other top city Democrats.
That unexpected announcement from Councilor Krista Carlino calling on Mayor Joe Hogsett to resign came at the tail end of tonight's meeting. She told us she had been thinking about it for some time, but finally came to the realization that enough was enough.
Tonight, in this setting, I am calling for the resignation of Mayor Joe Hogsett.
The announcement led to cheers from Hogsett critics and stunned the room.
The abuse of power and lack of leadership ends now.
Carlino, now the fourth city-county councilor to call for Hogsett to resign over his handling of sexual harassment allegations against his former top aide Thomas Cook, who is accused of harassing and in one case assaulting several female staffers.
Joe Hogsett must resign, and the leadership of this council needs to step down as well so that we can move forward with fidelity in implementing change and establishing a culture of trust and respect for all city workers and our constituents in the city of Indianapolis.
Carlino also calling for a change of leadership on the council, saying Council President Bob Osley and Vice President Ali Brown should resign, in part over the decision to order one of Cook's accusers to be dragged from the council chambers last week for going over the speaking time limit.
Do not put your hands on me.
Oh, don't even do that.
Carlino made the call during a committee meeting about a payment to law firm Fisher Phillips. The firm conducted the investigation into the harassment scandal and ultimately found Mayor Hogsett was legally compliant. Carlino chaired the special investigative committee that oversaw that investigation. There had been controversy over what was left out of that investigative report, including questionable text messages sent by the mayor himself to female staffers. The original law said the investigation should look into sexual harassment in the entire administration, but Carlino accused the council's leaders of going around her and limiting the scope of the investigation to only Thomas Cook.
I think it's concerning that maybe the investigation itself wasn't following the letter and the spirit of the law, which is unlawful.
Do you think it was about protecting Mayor Hogsett?
I don't know what happened, but the report determined that every decision made was legal.
So far, most councilors have been hesitant to make the call for resignation, but tonight there's an indication that more could be on the horizon.
I think accountability comes at the top, and we need to make sure that those that are allowing the behavior to continue and to have gone on need to be held accountable.
At the City County Building, Max Lewis, CBS 4 News.
Now, late tonight, both the president and vice president of the City County Council released statements on those allegations.
But Council Vice President Ali Brown responding tonight and denying having any role in changing the scope of the investigation, saying in a post online, quote, "I will not stand by while falsehoods are spread, especially when I have the evidence to disprove them." This entire spectacle from Councilor Carlino is an exploitation of my pain and a mockery of serious issues. Krista Carlino should be ashamed.
Council President Bob Osley released a similar statement tonight. It reads, quote, "I am deeply disturbed by the accusation tonight. In no way did I have any personal influence on the scope of the contract with the law firm that investigated misconduct in the Hogsett administration. To suggest that I did is not only false, it is an attack on my integrity and the values that I hold in every aspect of my life." Now, ultimately, the council did vote to approve the $350,000 payment to that law firm. However, still many questions about that report and the investigation.
Carlino said that special investigative committee has asked the law firm to appear before them again to answer those questions. It is unclear if that will happen.